the 20th of October 2025. This is a brand new edition of Newsfirst's Primetime News, bringing you tonight's bulletin for the Newsfirst team. I am Jayamal Ratnayaka.
And I am Hashini Patidana. Let's start off with a look at your headlines for tonight.
Sri Lanka Police launch new Proceeds of Crime Investigation Division. SDIG Asanka Karavita to head the division. Atmospheric disturbance over the country likely to intensify into a low-pressure system. More rain over the next few days. Dadru Oya and Maha Oya at risk of overflowing. Residents in low-lying areas urged to stay alert. Upcountry train services also disrupted. President directs academics to formulate plan to resolve university issues. Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal gains global acclaim once more. Opposition should encourage young leaders to emerge, says Partly. Louvre Museum remains closed one day after jewel heist. Priceless jewellery among looted items.
On to our top story for tonight. The Proceeds of Crime Investigation Division, also known as the PCID, was inaugurated today. It will operate as a police division under the Department of Police.
The newly established Proceeds of Crime Investigation Division was inaugurated this morning, led by Minister of Public Security Ananda Vijaypala, Secretary to the Ministry of Public Security Ravi Seniviratna and IGP Priyantha Veerasurya. What is the PCID? On the 8th of April, the Proceeds of Crime Bill was passed in Parliament. Following the Speaker's endorsement of the bill on the 30th of April and the introduction of relevant regulations, the law is now in effect. This law was enacted to remove obstacles in the seizure of property obtained through criminal acts and to expand investigative powers. It establishes a formal procedure for investigating, prohibiting, transferring to the state and disposing of property obtained through crime. Under this law, the Sri Lanka Police was required to establish a new division named the Proceeds of Crime Investigation Division, or the PCID. A Director General has been appointed to lead this division and Senior Deputy Inspector General of Police Asanka Karavita has been assigned to this role.
All of this has been structured to align with the effective operation of the law in coordination with foreign jurisdictions and other institutions. Under this law, Deputy DG is also to be appointed and all appointments are made outside the normal appointment process of the National Police Commission. A timeline and a recommendation process have been established for these appointments, which are conducted by the National Police Commission. The law's powers extend to all investigative officers in the police ranks. For the first time, 46 officers from various divisions have been assigned to this new division.
For the functions under this law, the Police and the Bribery Commission will also appoint one designated officer and a designated deputy officer. Under the procedures of the new law, facilities are provided for a comprehensive, integrated investigative process regarding property obtained through criminal activity.
The biggest legal gap in Sri Lanka so far has been the lack of detailed provisions in the Code of Criminal Procedure regarding property obtained from crimes. Under this law, a very broad framework has been established. For example, a crime committed 3 decades ago involving financial fraud or misuse of state property could previously have no statute of limitations, but it could be retrospectively applied. This law addresses such gaps. Some property may exist as virtual currency, cash, investments abroad or overseas property acquisitions. Even if such property is outside Sri Lanka's legal jurisdiction, this law provides clear legal orders for its confiscation.
By inaugurating the Proceeds of Crime Investigation Division, the IGP emphasized that any caveats in the law must be fully addressed.
To establish a fair society, the gaps in the law must be fully considered and addressed. I believe the public has been under immense pressure, especially regarding cybercrime, with no repeated reports of criminal incidents. Yet we have not been able to fully implement this law. Completing the law is a timely necessity. Without it, the country cannot progress. Otherwise, even with a weak legal framework, the police and judiciary cannot function effectively. Legal provisions need continuous and timely amendments. I believe this law grants powers unparalleled in Sri Lankan legal history. This power must not be misused. It must be exercised for the public good and for enforcing the law. I am confident that a capable specialized team of officers is present before me to carry out this task.
The Minister of Public Security also shared his views.
I have one suggestion for all of you. We are establishing institutions and laws, but they must be operated in a way relevant to the present. From the very first day, if technology is integrated properly, it will be easier for us. We know that there are thousands of documents at investigative institutions. When a new investigation arises, previous probes go unaddressed. Sometimes individuals involved may no longer be alive and delays may occur intentionally. Therefore, from day one of this division's operations, the results must be delivered to society very quickly, starting from the first complaint. A number of high-profile investigations are currently under the CID and other crime units. I believe this division will make those investigations easier and more comprehensive. For example, there are properties obtained through bond fraud or similar scams. Some individuals have gained financial benefits through such crimes. I believe making these investigations more efficient is precisely the task of this police division under this law.
වංචාවෙන් අත්පත් කර දේපල තියෙනවා මේ වංචාවෙන් සමහර අය මූල්‍ය ප්‍රතිලාභ ලැබිලා තියෙනවා ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ මේ විමර්ශන වල කාර්යක්ෂම කරගන්න මේ පොලිස් කොට්ටාසිය ගහලා ඒ කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා මේ පනත.
The Department of Meteorology has warned that there may be rain or thunder showers in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central, northwestern, southern and northern provinces. The department has stated that in some areas in these regions could receive heavy rainfall exceeding 100 millimeters. For more information on the upcoming weather conditions across the country, Meenaji Senwiratna is reporting from the Newsfirst Weather Centre.
During the past few days, several parts of the island have been experiencing rain and thunder showers, and Sri Lanka has been experiencing it today as well. According to the Met Department, many areas have received rainfall exceeding 100 millimeters, with the highest rainfall of 117.4 millimeters recorded from Avisavela. The department says that this weather situation is the result of a low-level atmospheric disturbance to the east of Sri Lanka, which could develop into a low-pressure area within the next 24 hours.
Occasional rain or thunder showers over the sea areas of the coast from Tankasanturai to Mannar, Colombo, Galle and Hambantota extending to Puthuville. The weather forecast also notes that these areas may occasionally be slightly rough. Is this rainfall unusual?
This is generally the weather pattern we see during October and November. Right now, the conditions are the same. When a cyclone forms, the sea temperature rises. These are all typical for this time. This is nothing usual.
Meanwhile, the National Building Research Organization says the landslide warnings issued for 9 districts remain in effect due to the continuous rainy weather. Officials say they are closely monitoring and assessing the areas where these warnings have been declared.
Officials say they are closely monitoring and assessing the areas where these warnings have been declared. Landslide warnings have been issued for the districts of Badulla, Colombo, Galle, Kandy, Kegol, Kurunegala, Matale, Nuwara Eliya and Ratnapura.
With the rainfall over the past few days, the soil in the hill country has now become saturated with water. Therefore, people living in hazardous areas should remain alert. If any signs of a landslide are observed, they are advised to evacuate to safe locations. Additionally, the local Grama Niladhari officers should be informed and the divisional secretariat officers should be notified to receive and implement the necessary guidance. Road users should also be cautious of vendors operating along the roadside. Those working in hazardous areas are advised to carry out activities only in other safe locations.
We have been reporting about the weather during the past few days, and because of the current situation, we also looked into the flood risk areas. According to the irrigation department, water levels in the Mahaoya and Badalgama have reached minor levels of flood, while Dadroya in the Moragasbawe area is at a level that requires close attention. Residents in the surrounding low-lying areas are urged to remain vigilant and take necessary precautions.
585 people have been impacted due to heavy rainfall affecting several districts. The Disaster Management Centre stated that these people belong to 144 families. The number of partially damaged houses is 111.
In the event of any disaster, contact the 117 telephone number. All district disaster management units operate continuously 24 hours a day with the Triforces and police deployed on site. Disaster management centers remain on standby 24/7 to coordinate all emergency response activities.
This morning, the body of a person who had fallen into the Kahata Alla in Magammana, Ruwanwalla due to heavy rainfall and rising water levels was recovered. The deceased was a 50-year-old resident of the area. He had fallen into the stream while crossing an iron girder that had been laid to pass through the stream. Relatives launched search operations for the person as he had not returned home from work last evening and his body was found about 50 meters along the stream. A bridge was constructed across Kahata Alla, a tributary of the Kalani River, in 2016, but it was destroyed by a flood 9 years later. Since then, locals have been using this iron girder as a makeshift crossing. This is the shortest route to Kambulumulla School and Ruwanwalla School, the police station and the hospital. Every morning young children go to school using this girder and one cannot help two at a time. The child goes first and the mother has to follow afterwards. After the bridge collapsed, we made phone calls and submitted letters. The villagers signed it and asked for at least some steps to make the broken bridge safe and usable. But there has been no response or action taken on that letter. Meanwhile, a 72-year-old person was killed when a mound of earth collapsed in Suryagoda, Peradeniya. A 17-year-old schoolgirl returning from a tuition class was injured after falling into an exposed drain last evening in the Madula area in Avisavella along the Ratnapura Colombo main road, which was inundated. The girl is currently receiving treatment at the intensive care unit of the Avisavella base hospital. Two people got off the bus. One child somehow slipped and fell, and as the other tried to help, they also slipped. Another person had to hold the child, and it took about 45 minutes for them to finally locate and rescue the child. The Department of Irrigation says that 14 reservoirs are still discharging water due to heavy rainfall. At the Dadroya reservoir, 4 out of 6 sluice gates, each 6 feet wide, and the remaining gates, each 4 feet wide, were opened this morning. At the Rajankane reservoir, its sluice gates are currently open. The water released from these gates is being discharged into the Kala Oya, causing the Giribava Rajankane road to be submerged. At the Dambula Ibbankatu reservoir, a sluice gate has also been opened. At Kalavavar, 2 sluice gates remain open, releasing water into the Kala Oya. The road from Avukana through Vijitapura towards Kakirava near the Avukana temple continues to be submerged due to the overflow from the Kala Oya. Meanwhile, the road from Galnava through Hiripitiagama towards Ipalogama is submerged near the Handungama bridge. The Galnava Kalankutia reservoir in the Mahavali H zone is also discharging water. 3 sluice gates of the Polgola Mahavali Dam were opened early this morning. The Gampaha Kotadeniyawa Pannala main road near the Friendship Bridge over the Oya has been completely submerged.
Newsfirst with the people.
The Diwali festival, or the Festival of Lights, which celebrates the triumph of light over darkness, was celebrated today. Hindu devotees worldwide observe Diwali to commemorate Lord Vishnu's victory over the demon Naragasuran.
According to Hindu folklore, the demon Naragasuran, who was defeated by Lord Vishnu, made a special request. He asked that everyone in the world be able to see the light just as he had. Today, Hindu devotees continue this tradition, performing religious rituals and praying for light to fill the hearts of all people. Hindus, following traditional and decorative customs like lighting lamps, drawing columns and sharing pongal rice, worship with deep devotion. They also remember their departed loved ones by visiting temples, lighting ghee lamps and then celebrating the day joyfully with sweets and happiness. The Federation of University Teachers Association of FUTA met with President Anukumara Dissanayake today. Accordingly, the representatives of the Federation of University Teachers Union briefed the President on the issues affecting the university system and the challenges faced by teachers. During the meeting, attention was drawn to the measures needed to recruit and retain university lecturers and staff, as well as to improve the quality of higher education. The Minister of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Education, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, was also present in this discussion with the President. The Federation of University Teachers Association was represented by a group which included its chairman, Professor P.R. Veeratunga, and Secretary Charudatta Ilanga Singha.
One of
the key points that was particularly emphasized by the President was that unfortunately the university lecturers have had to carry out their duties and academic activities under significant pressure. On this, he appreciated and praised them for carrying out their duties under such conditions, because moving forward with these issues is an extremely complex task. In addition, the measures needed to recruit lecturers, fill vacancies and create a conducive academic environment was also taken into discussion. We agreed today to consult with various institutions such as the Ministry of Education and the University Grants Commission and prepare a proper procedure for it. With that, we hope the solutions to these issues will be provided in the near future.
Negotiations have already commenced between the Samagi Jana Balavege and the United National Party to form an alliance ahead of the upcoming provincial council elections. General Secretary of the Samagi Jana Balavege, Ranjit Madhva Bandara, said that the report of the committee appointed by his party on its discussions with the UNP will be presented to the management committee on Wednesday. Meanwhile, more views from the SJP on the proposed party alliance were shared at a media briefing held in Colombo today.
We have given the party's working committee and management board approval in principle to merge with the United National Party, and accordingly we have appointed a 3-member committee. In the future, they will need to discuss their views with the party's branch societies such as the Youth Wing, the Samagi Wanita Balavegya, the Ranaviru Balakaya, the professionals in our party, the People's Association of Civil Engineering and all other affiliated institutions of our party, and prepare a report accordingly. After that, the leaders of the two parties will work together to complete the remaining steps. We will contest together, there is no doubt about it. This matter needs to be handled carefully and smoothly. Ranil Wickramasinghe is not the one who said that. Those are the facts we should consider, whether who will be getting on Ranil's decker and who will be getting on our decker. No, this is the biggest decker. This is the largest political party that secured 4.7 million votes in the parliamentary election. Namal Rajapaksa was also part of it. Ranil Wickramasinghe contested in the presidential election. They instructed people not to vote for Sajith but to vote for Anura. If people couldn't vote for him, they were told to vote for Anura. Later, Ranil Wickramasinghe was sent to prison and then hospitalized. But it wasn't Anura who went to see him, it was Sajith Premadasa. There are some things that can be shared with the media and there are some things that should be communicated through a specific person. We won't disclose them until he says so.
United Republican Front leader Patali Champika Ranawaka pointed out in Kandy today that the opposition should provide space for young leadership and allow a group of young people to come forward.
The opposition needs to understand the response people gave on these political parties that emerged after 1948. It's not just about forming alliances and claiming that they will come to power by tomorrow morning. There should be internal democracy within those parties to allow talented and capable people to come forward. There are several talented young people among our opposition MPs as well as others outside. We need to give them an opportunity to progress within those parties. Otherwise, these individuals will be covered up by the former leaders and the journey cannot continue. A new team came with President J.R. Jayawardena like Gamini Disanayaka, people with knowledge and education. Then another team came with President Chandrika. Now a new team like that is needed again.
දැනුගත් අලුත් කණ්ඩායමක් ආවා. දැන් ඒ විදිහේ අලුත් කණ්ඩායමක් අවශ්‍යයි.
Meanwhile, several suspects have been arrested with large quantities of drugs in raids carried out in multiple areas across the island. A 27-year-old suspect was arrested in Sirimutuyana housing complex in Grand Pass with 9 kilograms and 555 grams of hashish during a raid conducted by the Colombo Crimes Division. The seized narcotics have an estimated street value of approximately 70 million rupees. Authorities also confiscated 1,685,000 rupees in cash from the suspects' possession. According to information received by the Military Intelligence Unit, 2 suspects were also arrested with drugs during a raid conducted by the Police Special Task Force of Kamtali in Diyasenpura. In addition, the police also confiscated drugs of ice and heroin which were prepared for sale which were found in their possession. Another suspect has been arrested with over 300,000 narcotics pills in an operation conducted by the Vaunia Crimes Division. The raid was carried out in Mundrumurepu of Vaunia. While narcotics were being transported from Kalpitia to Vaunia, hidden in a cab under the guise of transporting dried fish. The police suspect that these narcotic pills may have been brought into the country from India or another country.
Acknowledging his leadership of the central bank amid prudent monetary policies, financial system oversight and challenging global conditions, Sri Lanka's central bank governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe was awarded the 2025 World's Best Central Bank Governor by Global Finance. Was awarded the 2025 award for the World's Best Central Bank Governor by Global Finance magazine at the 2025 World Best Bank Awards ceremony. The awards ceremony was held in line with the annual meetings of the World Bank Group and the International Monetary Fund held between the 13th and the 18th of October in Washington, D.C. During the annual meetings, the Sri Lankan delegation also participated in a series of high-level bilateral and multilateral discussions. Sri Lanka's efforts in managing debt risks and strengthening coordination were particularly recognized in the context of global financial stability. The country's work on debt restructuring and recent engagements with the International Monetary Fund program also received attention. The central bank, in a statement today, noted that Sri Lanka received a wide recognition for its efforts to maintain financial system stability, strengthen social safety nets and implement continuous governance improvements. Progress made in debt restructuring was highly commended and sustained international cooperation and support were reaffirmed.
Shakti TV, cherished by Sri Lanka's Tamil-speaking community for decades, proudly celebrates its 27th anniversary today, a true pillar of our nation's strength. Special pujas were held this morning at the Sri Venkateswara Maha Vishnu Murti Kovil in Colombo to mark the 27th anniversary of Shakti TV. The ceremony was attended by the Group Director of the Capital Maharaja Group, Shevan Daniel, CEO of the MTV MBC Media Network, Yasrat Kamalsiri, Channel Head of Shakti TV, Murugesu Kulendran, and many senior officials of the Shakti Sirasa Media Network.
सरञ्जीवनिवासाय मङ्गलम् नित्याय निरवध्याय सत्यानन्दशिवात्मने सर्वान्तरात्मने श्रीमद् वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् कल्यायिने श्रीमन्वेङ्कटनाथाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम्
Shakti TV, a pioneer in Sri Lanka's electronic media, has grown into a leading, top-class television channel over the years. For 27 years, Shakti has delivered quality programming in areas such as art, culture, tradition and politics, while also providing a platform for the country's hidden artistic talents. As the trusted voice of the Tamil-speaking community, Shakti TV has earned a special place in the hearts of viewers and continues to move forward as a pillar of national strength. Newsfirst warmly congratulates Shakti TV for breaking barriers, winning the hearts of its audience and advancing on its journey of success.
Sirasa Dancing Star, the iconic reality show that first hit our screens in 2008 and changed the dance game forever, is back in the spotlight. Fast forward 17 years and 2 seasons later, the excitement is bigger than ever. With the 12 final teams ready to take the stage, they gathered today for a special workshop to sharpen their moves, level up their skills and set brand new standards in hip-hop dancing. The energy was off the charts as the final 12 teams of Sirasa Dancing Star 2025 came together for an epic workshop to get ready for the big showdown at the grand finale on the 15th of November. Renowned dancing consultants of Sirasa Dancing Star 2025, Ramod Malaka and Lasanta Pramudita were on hand to guide, cheer and push the teams at the workshop. Leaders of each team shared their excitement and dreams for the finale, promising fans something unforgettable.
When I came back to Sri Lanka in 2007, I decided that this is my nation and I will rise to challenge it. I believe every dancer here will agree. We faced immense challenges trying to establish hip-hop dance in this country. It was on this platform, Sirasa Dancing Star, that our style was showcased for the first time. The push that we get from here today, I think this will break the generational curse.
I think this will break the generation curse.
We are very thankful to the Sirasa crew for giving a value to us dancers, because so far in Sri Lanka, as far as a dancer is considered, there is no value for a dancer. All of you dancers know there is no value even for a professional dancer. We do not have any opportunities. I don't know why that is, but we are very grateful to Sirasa for giving us such an opportunity and for placing a value on us.
අපිට dancers ලව පොඩ්ඩක් value up කරලා තියාගන්න ඔයාලා කරන මේ සප් එකට.
This stage was more a place of learning than a competition. From where I was to now, I have learned a lot through this journey. I'm grateful that we have 2 good consultants. They are very supportive of us. This competition has already become a life-changing platform for me. This stage has become a turning point in my life. So, I am very grateful.
The workshop, designed to motivate and groom the contestants, emphasized pushing the boundaries of hip-hop in a country celebrated for its rich traditional dance heritage.
We as hip-hop dancers aren't people who were pushed into dancing by our families or sent to formal dance classes. We are individuals who found our own paths thanks to the pure passion and deep love we have for hip-hop. Every step we've taken has come from the courage and determination in our hearts. That's why a platform like this means so much to us. I've trained in traditional dance and like many of us grew up watching it on TV. And we all share a deep respect and passion for dance in all its forms. But we never imagined that one day there would be such a powerful platform created specifically for hip-hop.
හදලා දෙයි අපිට ටීවී එකේ dance කරන්න පුළුවන් දවසක hip hop විතරක් කියලා තිබුණ නැහැ.
Group Director of the Capital Maharaja Group, Siobhan Daniel, delivered a stirring motivational speech inspiring the teams to bring their best performances to the stage.
Dancing star කියන්නේ අපේ ලංකාවේ තරුණියන් ගේ expression එක. අපි ලංකාවටයි ලෝකෙටයි කියනවා අපිට කල නොහැක්කක් නැහැ කියලා.
This is an expression of Sri Lanka's youth. We say nothing is impossible. There is nothing we can't do. Why did we introduce Sri Pop? Who is the future of our country? You are. And if we want a modern, forward-thinking Sri Lanka, we need to create space for new ideas. Our dream is simple. We want the world to dance to the beat and rhythm of Sri Pop. We want them to feel our beat. The world needs to see what we are doing here.
ලෝකෙ දැකලා ලෝකෙ dance කරන්න ඕනේ. The world must dance to our beat.
This year, Sri Pop made its exciting debut as a brand new music style in the competition, and it became the highlight of today's workshop as well.
පියාගත් කලමට මැවෙන්නේ ඔබේ රුව ඈත කණුකෙන් එන නලගෙනෙන්නේ ඔබේ හඬ
The teams couldn't resist electrifying Sri Pop music played at the end of the workshop, and an impromptu dance battle erupted right there, showing off some mind-blowing moves. Today's youth are built different, bold, fearless and unstoppable. Their courage shines through every move, proving their limitless potential. In a world full of possibilities, Sirasa dancing star keeps rising, powered by this new generation of performers who dare to dream big and dance even bigger. With this fresh music style and moves this good, fans can't wait to see which team will take home the crown and set a whole new benchmark in Sri Lankan hip-hop.
Borderland Sri Lanka launched its new Hilltop Adventure Centre in Valigama yesterday.
Borderlands, one of Sri Lanka's pioneering adventure sports companies, announced the official opening of its latest project, a stunning Hilltop Adventure Centre in Valigama. Launched on the 20th October, this new centre marks a significant milestone in Borderlands' journey, offering an immersive experience that blends ocean-based adventure with cultural richness and sustainable design. The Valigama site provides a unique platform for connection, learning and adventure deeply rooted in Borderlands' original ethos born 30 years ago at the Nepal-Tibet border. Designed for a diverse audience, international school groups, corporate teams and independent travelers, Borderlands Valigama invites guests to experience nature in a way that is both thrilling and transformative.
We are running an outdoor adventure center called Borderlands, and we are now opening our brand new base in Waligama. This new base is very unique. It was done organically with our in-house team, and we've been able to develop something that we think is very unusual and the need of today, with young people and everybody really just needing to get away and unplug from their device. We hope that Borderlands can give you an opportunity to reconnect with nature, in a very natural, beautiful environment and share an adventure. And in that adventure, what we can learn about ourselves and reground ourselves and get a little detox from our phones and devices.
The Indira Cancer Trust conducted a breast cancer awareness program in Kottavilla, Mathura yesterday. A breast cancer awareness program organized by the Indira Cancer Trust was held yesterday in Kottavilla, Mathura. The event took place under the patronage of Mathura District Secretary Chandana Tilakaratna and Chairperson of the Indira Cancer Trust, Dr. Lanka Jayasurya Disanaika. The program featured a range of activities and competitions aimed at educating the public on breast cancer prevention and early detection. MTV, MBC Media Network and Newsfirst are the electronic media partners of the event.
Deputy Inspector General of Police Narcotics Bureau Ashoka Dharmasena warned Sri Lanka's youth about the rising threat of drug abuse. He highlighted how traffickers target students through social media and stressed the dangers of addictive synthetic drugs, urging young people to stay disciplined and drug-free. He made these remarks in an event held in Colombo.
In recent years, Sri Lanka has faced a serious threat from the spread of drugs, dangerous drugs. The drug traffickers are continuously attempting the expand of their networks, and they often target our younger people, including the like school children, the students, and because they know you are the future of our country. One of the key challenges we face today is the low illegal drugs and the online platforms, including mobile phones, the internet and the cyber crime, created the dangerous pathway from the you get involved the drug related activities without even realizing it. Many students are influenced through social media platforms like Facebook and the TikTok, which are often misused to promote harmful lifestyle and risk behaviors that today we can see here and there. We are also deeply concerned about this increased influence of synthetic drugs. So you know that the synthetic drugs, which are particularly harmful and addictive, this substance can destroy not only your health but also your future and family trust and your dreams also. At the same time, we have observed that such trends lead to deceit in the good manners, disciplines and the moral values among youth. These qualities are the fundamental of successful and meaningful life. As a senior narcotic officer, the narcotic DIG, the many years of experience in my life, law enforcement and the drug preventions, I want to kindly remind you, your future is in your hand. Choose the right path. Do not let anyone or anything, especially drugs or social media, control your life. Protect your mind and your future. Let us work together to build discipline and the free younger generation.
The Louvre The world's most visited museum was closed suddenly on Sunday after a break-in at its Apollon Gallery, the home of the French crown jewels, part of a daring daylight heist in which priceless Napoleonic jewels stolen. As French police hunt the thieves who stole 8 pieces of jewelry, questions are being asked about how they did it and who would be in the market for such items, including a necklace Napoleon gave to his wife.
According to authorities, the thieves used a combination of power tools, motorcycles and efficiency to pull off the minutes-long heist. In a highly professional raid, 4 balaclava-wearing thieves pulled up outside the Louvre on a road along the Seine River. The group drew up on a scooter armed with angle grinders. At about 9:30 a.m., half an hour after visitors began entering the front of the museum, the thieves were at the south side of the building in a truck with a basket lift and an extendable mechanical ladder, rising to a second-floor balcony window. They used a hoist to access the gallery from the outside, cutting window panes with a disc cutter. They smashed glass displays, grabbing the jewelry, but as alarms rang out in the museum alerting guards, the robbers quickly left, escaping on motorbikes. The entire incident lasted less than 10 minutes, according to the French Interior Minister Laurent Denez, who said it was the work of an quote-unquote an experienced team who had clearly scouted the location.
What was stolen from the Louvre and what was left behind?
Thieves successfully removed 8 items from 2 high-security display cases, the Ministry of Culture confirmed late yesterday. These include pieces that belong to Empress Marie-Louise, the wife of French Emperor Napoleon I, and others that belong to Empress Jeanne, the wife of Napoleon III. Items that were stolen included tiara from the jewelry set of Queen Marie-Amélie and Queen Hortense, necklace from the same duo's sapphire jewelry set, a single earring from the sapphire jewelry set, emerald necklace from the Marie-Louise set, pair of emerald earrings from the Marie-Louise set, brooch known as the reliquary brooch, tiara of Empress Eugenie, another large brooch of Empress Eugenie.
2 Hong Kong airport security officers were killed earlier today when a cargo plane arriving from Dubai skidded off the runway, struck their patrol vehicle and plunged into the sea. According to the authorities, it is the deadliest airport incident recorded in Hong Kong in more than 25 years.
The crash occurred around 1:20 a.m. local time today when the Emirates flight EK9788, a Boeing 747 cargo aircraft operated by ACT Airlines, was about to land at the Hong Kong International Airport. Moments after touchdown, the plane veered off the north runway, broke through the perimeter fence, collided with an airport security patrol vehicle and plunged into the sea. The patrol vehicle was pushed underwater, killing both officers on board. The victims, aged 30 and 41, were not breathing when recovered from the submerged vehicle. One was confirmed dead at the scene, while the other later died in hospital. Airport authorities said the patrol vehicle had been travelling on its designated route outside the runway fencing and did not enter the runway area. They confirmed that the aircraft suddenly veered off from its normal landing path before impact. The plane was not carrying any cargo at the time. It came to rest partially submerged near the airport's seawall with its fuselage split into sections and an emergency slide deployed. All 4 crew members on board escaped unhurt after emergency teams arrived at the scene within minutes. Investigators say the aircraft had been cleared to land on runway 07L and that no technical issues or distress signals were reported by the pilots before the incident. Authorities are now examining all possible causes, including the weather, runway conditions and the aircraft systems and crew actions. The Hong Kong Civil Aviation Department said the plane deviated from the north runway after landing and ditched into the sea. Emirates confirmed that the aircraft, wet leased from ACT Airlines, sustained damage during landing. ACT Airlines later stated that the reason the plane veered off the runway remains unclear and that it is cooperating fully with the investigation. Flight data shows that the Boeing 747 aircraft involved in the case was operated for 32 years and had previously served as a passenger aircraft before being converted into a freighter. For now, the north runway remains closed for safety inspections while the south and central runways continue to operate normally. This marks the deadliest airport accident in Hong Kong since 1999 when a China Airlines flight crash-landed during a typhoon, killing 3 people. Authorities are continuing to search for the flight data and cockpit voice recorders as part of the ongoing investigation.
Sri Lanka and Bangladesh face off in a crucial match of the 2025 ICC Women's World Cup today. Winning the toss and batting first, Sri Lanka were bowled out for 202 runs in 48.4 overs. Haside Pereira was the top scorer for Sri Lanka with 85 runs, while captain Chamari Atapattu scored 46 and Nilakshika Silva chipped in with 37. Shona Akhtar was the pick of the bowlers for Bangladesh with figures of 3 wickets for 27 runs. Bangladesh, chasing a target of 203 runs for victory, are currently on 169 runs for the loss of 3 wickets at the end of 43 overs. Now all matches are being broadcast live on TV1, the official local broadcasting rights holder of the 2025 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup, and they can also be streamed online via www.sirasatv.lk.
And with that, we wrap up Primetime News tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.